In our winter months here in the UK, it is summer in Australia on the other side of the world. Summer there involves hot and dry weather, leading to bushfires that burn thousands of square miles of vegetation every year. This year was far worse than in recent years, with over 72,000 square miles being burned, nearly 6,000 houses and other buildings destroyed, and an estimated 1 billion animals killed, as well as 34 people. You can understand how, for many, this can only have driven them to depths of despair as they lost homes, businesses, and surroundings. All hope was gone. In the natural world, however, very quickly the ground began to recover. Shoots sprang up on the remains of trees in scorched ground. Some species quickly began to come back stronger than before, almost helped by the fire experience. There was hope. Closer to home in the UK, it's not unusual to see a chopped tree stump like this one in Wales, where fresh growth springs up. What looks like a hopeless situation gives rise to new life. Let's read Matthew 28, verses 5 and 6.
The angel spoke to the woman. "Don't be afraid," he said. "I know you are looking for Jesus, who was crucified. He isn't here. He is risen from the dead, just as he said would happen."
Jesus' disciples and a group of followers, including these women, had been with him for around 3 years of his public ministry. In that time, they'd seen him do amazing miracles, heal the sick, turn water into wine, even raise the dead. Now though, they've hit the pits of despair as they've seen him arrested by the authorities, trialed and killed on a cross by the Romans. He was then buried in a stone tomb with a huge rock rolled in front to seal it, and guards placed to watch it. On the third day, these women go to the tomb. They're expecting to find a grave, but instead, as they arrive, an angel, which looks like 6 feet of walking shining lightning, appears and rolls the stone away. The women and the guards were terrified. And then the angel speaks a message of hope to the women in the midst of their despair. Jesus isn't here. He's risen from the dead. Suddenly everything changes. Suddenly there is hope. These are difficult and troubling times. Our news headlines blare out doom and gloom every day. It seems there is little to be hopeful about and plenty of despair. But for those of us who believe in Jesus, there is hope. He is greater, more powerful, more amazing, and so much more alive than any of the difficulties we may have to face. And he invites us to recognise who he is and find our hope in him. We are Urban Saints, and there is hope.